Yes lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys the Aston Villa versus Leicester match preview. So then, boys and girls, the games continue to come in thick and fast in the Premier League over this very busy winter period. Of course, we're back in Premier League action once again after Wednesday night's 2-2 draw with Southampton on the south coast, where Leicester picked up a decent point on the road. It's match day 15 of the Premier League season, and Leicester are on the road once again, as this time we made a short trip down south to Birmingham to take on Aston Villa away from home in a slight Midlands derby. So with that being said, boys and girls, and without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Let's talk Aston Villa and Leicester. Let's get straight into today's match preview. It's a different preview as well. We've got a special guest for the whole of this match preview. So yeah, boys, let's go on with it. Let's discuss the game, the Midlands derby, Villa Leicester. Let's go. Right, boys, we are now joined by the man himself, Mr. Harry Batters, Harry FC. How are we doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, big one this weekend. Obviously, Aston Villa away, match day 15 of the season. So it's another big game for Leicester. Christmas period. We need to get the points coming up. I think, obviously we're separated by 3 points at the moment. Leicester in 10th, you guys in 13th. So yeah, massive game. First of all, Harry, how are you generally feeling just going into the game?
I'm quite confident, to be fair. I think, we've obviously made a few adjustments in the recent weeks, obviously changing the manager, obviously pretty much our whole coaching staff as well. But yeah, I think we've got a few good results recently, and obviously we played really well against City despite losing last time out. So yeah, I think I am quite confident going into it, and obviously Leicester haven't really been that great recently, so I would say I'm quite confident.
Yeah. I mean, obviously last time for us, obviously point against Southampton away wasn't really great as a result. So yeah, we need to bounce back from that. But yeah, obviously with Steven Gerrard coming in, what type of game can Leicester expect, and how are you guys going to really set up and try and attack the game towards Leicester?
I think we'll set up to play out from the back and just work the ball up the pitch. I think we played a lot of football where we're trying to beat presses, and I think if Leicester try and press us, we'll beat it quite easily, because I think we obviously beat City's press on Wednesday numerous times. So I think if Leicester try and press us, I think we can easily beat it. I think I don't know really know how we'll go for it. Well, because obviously Leicester are probably a better side than us on paper, but we will be higher in confidence at the moment because of our recent form. So will we set up to be on the back foot and hit you on the counter? Will we just go for it from minute one? I'm not sure. It seems how against City, that's how we tried to set up. We tried to set so invite pressure and then try and win it back and hit them on the counter, but obviously it didn't really work because we invited pressure and they scored 2 goals. But yeah, I thought like I said, I think we did play well against City, but I think we'll play a lot of possession-based football under Gerrard, not just in this game, but throughout the whole season and throughout his whole reign. He played a lot of football where we're playing with this one-touch passing, which is really attractive to to see if it's your club. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, and I'm looking forward to the season ahead under Gerrard. I'm not looking forward to seeing him leave because I love him already, but it is what it is, I suppose. I'm sure if I was managing a team that, say if I was managing Leicester and Villa came in for me, I'd probably leave. To be honest, leave for the biggest club in the Midlands.
Oh, yeah.
But
who's better?
But yeah, I think like I said, I think it could go 2 ways. We could either go for it from minute one, or we could soak up pressure and hit you guys on the counter attack. I think because it's at home and because we'll have that home advantage, I think we'll go for it from minute one, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, definitely.
I think it's going to be a good game, to be honest. Usually it's between you guys. Obviously last year Leicester got the better of you in the last game, 2-1, what to win. Obviously the game before that, the King of Power, Ross Bartley obviously did the last minute, didn't he? But yeah, overall the games between us guys are fairly decent. Obviously last time there was fans there, I think. Well, it was the Carabao Cup, weren't it, at your place? We won't talk about that, but
it was indeed.
Yeah, the game.
Oh no, it was.
It
wasn't. You beat us 4-0. The last game with fans in the Prem. You beat us 4-0.
Oh yeah. True.
I don't know why I reminded you of that. To be fair, now I was just.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We'll take that 4-0. What's the win? Pepe Reina, weren't it? Yeah, quality, but. Overall, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. There's going to be goals in it. Obviously, Leicester fans, we all know we can't really keep a clean sheet. We've been awful defensively. Honestly, Villa, as Harry said in the video we did on his channel, you can go and watch that as well. There'll be a link in the description. Villa are looking quite good from set pieces, so they could definitely get us towards that. Yeah, if Leicester
soak up that bit of pressure. If they're on the front foot, we could definitely get the counter. Obviously, you've said that obviously Gerrard has made you guys better defensively. Do you think you can really cope though with Vardy, Barnes, Lookman on the counter?
I think we can, to be fair. I mean, if we can keep the likes of Jesus, Mahrez and Bernardo Silva, you just like to only scoring 2 goals. Obviously, you know, Diaz scored, but what I mean is that attack only creating 2 goals. And I think we can 100% keep you guys out and keep a clean sheet against you, especially how, you know, mentally you're not that confident in front of goal and stuff because of how poor you. I know you scored 4 against Watford and 2 against Southampton. You scored 6 in your last 2, so. I'm not saying that you're not confident in front of goal, but I mean your whole team aren't confident in, you know, obviously Maddison's on fire, but your whole team might not be thinking that creative, especially, you've got to think, in football you've got to think of the psychological parts of it. I say football is 40% psychological, genuinely. I think if your team is really, really low on confidence, they will not do well. If they're really, really high on confidence, they could potentially do really, really well against a really, really good side. So it's I don't know what it is, but I think it's going to be a tough game for you, genuinely. Like I'm really, really confident going into it. And I think 100% our defence can keep the likes of Vardy, Barnes, Lookman, whoever, Maddison, who's been on fire recently. I'm 100% confident that our defence under Gerrard can keep them out.
I mean, if we win now on Sunday, it's going to be good. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough to judge. I think for me, I think the midfield battle is going to be key. We'll get into our predictor lineups in a few moments' time, but. Midfield-wise, I think that's where the game is going to be won and lost, in my opinion. I think both sides obviously like to play the passing style right now. I think you guys, if you put it down to the midfields right now, who we're going to really play, I think you guys may have the better of us, because obviously we're missing Tielemans and Diddy's not looking his best. So yeah, how do you see your midfield going up against Leicester's midfield on, I was going to say, tomorrow on Sunday?
I think Gerrard's really made us better in the midfield as well. Like, I think under Smith, our midfield was so wide and so open, and that, you know, Gerrard, who obviously played as a midfielder from all of his career in obviously England, and obviously he had a stint in America as well. He was one of the best midfielders in the world at one point, and I think he's used that experience to sort our midfield out and, you know, stop it leaking so many passes and stuff and whatever. Because I think under Smith, our midfield was really poor. But I think that we've made it a little bit more narrower, and I think that's, you know, made it harder for teams to break us down, and has obviously stabilised us a bit defensively. But it's also, you know, gave the likes of McGinn and Ramsey a bit more freedom to go forward. Obviously under Smith we were playing McGinn really deep, and I don't think that really suited him. I don't think he's one to break up play. I think if you're going to play McGinn in a team, he's got to be absolutely everywhere, you know, being really energetic, box to box, you know, creating chances. And obviously he's done brilliant under Gerrard. Obviously he got that goal against Brighton, no he never, at Palace, sorry. He got that goal against Crystal Palace away. So yeah, I think yeah, we will do quite well in the middle of the park. Like you said, you know, you're going to be without the likes of Tielemans, and obviously Ndidi isn't doing very well. You might have to play Dewsbury Hall there, who obviously is a young kid, so who knows what'll happen, but I'm confident 100% in every aspect of the pitch, both defence, midfield and up front.
Decent. It's not good for us, but yeah. Moving things on then, got some stats between Leicester and Villa, a bit about Leicester this season, a bit about Villa as well. So yeah. All the stats, right, let's go. Leicester have won 5 of the last 7 league games against Aston Villa. That's as many as they've had in their previous 22 meetings with the Villains. So, you know, Leicester on pretty good form against Aston Villa at the moment. Leicester are without a clean sheet in the last 14 away Premier League games since a 0-0 draw with Wolves last February. However, we've also scored in the last 14 away league games as well. Looking at the previous meetings between the two managers of Steven Gerrard and Brendan Rodgers, of course they are managers of Rangers and Celtic in the 2018-19 Scottish Premiership. A 1-0 win was by both teams, one apiece for Rangers and Celtic. Aston Villa have lost the last 2 home league games against Leicester. Only once they've lost 3 in a row, and that was about 50 years ago. So there we go. Good stats there.
Decent stats there. I'm going to pull a few stats up as well.
Go on then.
Did you know that how many years was it? 7 years ago on Monday,
yeah,
Villa played Leicester at Villa Park. You went 1-0 up for Leonardo Ulloa.
What a man.
Kieran Clark equalised.
Yeah.
And then in like the last, I think it was like the last 15 minutes, the Scottish Cafu, Alan Hutton, scored the winner. And then Paul Konchesky got sent off the lot as well. Did you know that? No, did you know that before?
I didn't know that. I didn't know
exactly.
That.
Thank you.
That's a good stat.
I think also, like 2 years ago, we played each other in December and you beat us 4-1. So, based on them results, it could go either way. But
it really could.
I'm going back. I'm digging up facts from 7 years ago here. So yeah, do you want? Should we just move on from the stats? Because
let's move on from the stats, boys. Let's get into the predictor lineup. Obviously, it's usually just me waffling about Leicester, but we've got Harry to give us the Villa lineup as well. But yeah, formation-wise, for me, I'm going to go with a 4-3-3 for Leicester. Obviously, it's difficult. Obviously, we've got a massive game on Thursday night against Napoli in the Europa League. So, is Vardy going to start in that game or not? Just let me know in the comments. But for me, I think Vardy will probably start. We could potentially see Iheanacho, but I think Iheanacho will probably work best in a 2 up top, and that will probably make a switch to the back 3 or 5. And, you know, that hasn't really worked. So for me, we're going to go with a 4-3-3 formation. Harry, mate, how do you see Villa lining up just with the formation as well? I think it's 4-3-3 in it.
I'm going to go for a 4-3-3 as well. Our 3 games under Gerrard, we played that. So yeah, 100% a 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah, right. In goal, Kasper Schmeichel, easy as that for you. Obviously, you got Big Emmy.
The GOAT, Emi Martinez, the official 6th best goalkeeper in the world. I'm not sure whether you knew that, but he came 6th in the Yashin Award at the Ballon d'Or ceremony the other week. So
Kasper is the 7th. So
oh, is it?
6th versus 7th.
Decent.
It's not bad. But yeah, defence, right back, we're going to be going with big Timothy Castagne, probably Leicester's most consistent player recently. You can always rely on big Tim to have a solid game. So yeah, has to be done. Who's going to be a right back for you?
The Polish Cafu, Mateusz Gatoka.
Oh, yeah.
Matty Cash, obviously. That Mateusz Gatoka's his name in Polish, but yeah, I'm obviously always going to call him Matty Cash. He's been probably our best player so far this season. And yeah, I think he'll start on against Leicester, unless he injures himself getting off the bus or something. I don't know.
Could happen. Centre backs, obviously Leicester, we're going to stick with Evans and Seung-Shu. Potentially could see a Martin there. Obviously Evans has been struggling with an injury for quite a lot this season, but obviously Fofana's still out. Vestergaard's just completely done. So yeah, Evans and Seung-Shu at centre back. Who's going to be there for Villa?
Mings and Konsa. I'll probably say Mings has been our best player since Gerrard's come in. Obviously he scored against Brighton on Gerrard's first game. And has been really, really good since. You know, obviously he played really, really well against Palace and against City. I think any defence limiting City to scoring 2 goals is worthy of a few praises and accolades. So yeah, 100% say Mings and Konsa at the back. And yeah.
Decent. Left back, obviously for Leicester. Not really got too many options. Could maybe go with Ryan Bertrand, but he hasn't been that great. So yeah, for me, we'll go with Luke Thomas, and I assume for you guys it is
Matt Targett, the man who scored against you in the Carabao Cup semi-final a few years ago.
Class memories, points. But midfield 3. Obviously, we spoke about this a minute ago with how that's going to shape up. Obviously, Leicester. I'm going to switch it up slightly. I'm going to go with Ndidi still holding. I think Samora is going to get put to the bench. He was awful in the first half against Southampton. Of course, he was replaced by Dewsbury, who I think will start the game slightly more attacking. And of course, in the 10, in behind the striker, will go James Maddison, who right now is on absolutely top form. I think it's 3 and 3 goals, got 3 assists as well in the last 3 games or something. So yeah, Maddison is on top form right now. And of course, with Villa, who's going to be there?
For the Nakamba sitting, Gerrard said he'd been really, really impressed so far with Nakamba. And then obviously it's a tough one for the 2 more advanced players. Obviously McGinn and Louise started there against City, but then again, you've got to take into account Ramsey. Chukwuemeka played a few minutes against City and obviously missed that absolute sitter towards the end. I do feel a bit sorry for him. I'd probably say if that falls to any other player in our squad, they'll score, but because he's so young and so inexperienced, he didn't know how to really deal with the pressure of scoring against such a good team. And obviously we've got Sanson as well, who played a few minutes against City as well and looks alright. So yeah, I'd probably say it's a toss-up between McGinn, Louise, Ramsey and Chukwuemeka and Sanson. I'm probably going to go for McGinn and Ramsey though. I think the only reason we started with Louise against City was because he was more defensive minded and offered a bit more stability defensively, but I think for this game we're obviously playing a weaker opposition. That with all due respect to Leicester, they are a weaker opposition than City. So yeah, I'll probably say we're going for the more attacking-minded midfielder out of the two, and say we'll start Ramsey. I think it's a bit too early for Samson to start yet, and Chukwuemeka, I think they've only played a few minutes under Gerrard, so I think it'd be unfair to throw them straight in the deep end and give them starts. Luiz played okay against City, I'm not disputing that. He looked really, really good. He drifted out wide a few times onto the left, and he was pretty much an inverted winger for the majority of the game, but I think for this game it will be Ramsey, and I reckon Ramsey, he'll be trying to prove a point to Gerrard as to why he shouldn't have been dropped on Wednesday, and I think he'll give Ndidi a good run for his money. But if I was a neutral, I know who I'd say will come out on top in that battle, because Ndidi is absolutely world class. Like, I know you said he hasn't really been that great recently, but form is temporary. Form's temporary. Being world class and being really, really good technically is permanent. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting battle in the middle. But like I said, with how good we've been recently, and obviously we've got a man who played in the midfield for the majority of his life as manager. I know who I'm backing, so in the middle of the park.
Yeah, spot on there, pretty much. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the two youngsters as well, Jacob Ramsey versus Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, is going to be good as well. But yeah, finding them into the front three, we'll just run through the front three just as quick as we can, pretty much. Left hand side of Leicester, of course, we'll be going with Barnes. Wasn't that great against Southampton, but obviously still there. He had that fantastic chance in the second half. Did score against Aston Villa last season in the 2-1 victory. On the right, we'll go with Ademola Lookman. Once again, wasn't too great against Southampton. Could maybe see Perez, but I think Perez is more of an impact player. And of course, Perez likes to drift inside a bit more, link the play up with Maddison, of course, up top. Difficult one again. I'm going to stick with Vardy, but could definitely be Patson Daka as well. But yeah, who's going to be in the big front three for Aston Villa?
Well, Leon Bailey's out until after Christmas, so it's a bit unfortunate. But we've got other options there, so it's not like we're missing out on someone really, really big, because like I said, we've got other options there. It's not like Grealish last season when he got injured. Ings could be back. Apparently he'll be tested tomorrow. I'm not sure. When's this video going out, Mike? Because I'm not sure.
Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm recording this on Friday night, but yeah, Gerrard has said that he can be. He will be tested on Saturday. And yeah, I think, to put it simply, I think Rendier will be on the right. I think we'll start Ashley Young on the left. I think under Gerrard he's looked really, really good. And up front, I think it'll be Watkins. He's looked really, really good under Gerrard as well. I think Ings will have to wait a little bit to see him start. Obviously, Al Ghazi, he looked okay against Brighton when Palace when he came on. He came against Brighton as well, I think, and looked alright. But yeah, I don't think he'll start. Bertrand Traore, my boy. Sorry, mate, but I don't think he'll start. And Trezeguet, I don't think he'll start. I'm sure you're glad about that, aren't you, mate?
We love that, boys, don't we? We love that. No Trezeguet. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, decent. It's a decent side. It's going to be a good. It's going to be a solid game. Leicester missing some key players, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, boys. But yeah, wrapping things up then, as always, score predictions. Let me know your score predictions in the comment section and down below. But yeah, Harry, I'm going to let you start. What is your score prediction?
I think we'll keep a clean sheet, and I think we'll win 2-0.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's going to be a tough game, and I think it could quite easily go either way. Like, you're the better team on paper. You've got some really, really good players such as Maddison, Vardy, Barnes, and obviously I think Tielemans missing for you. That will be a key thing in this game. Yeah. But I just think, with how good we've been under Gerrard so far, I think we'll bounce back from that minor setback on Wednesday with a win. Like I said in my preview that we did earlier, Gerrard has came in and has stabilised us defensively, and I think that will be key in this game as well. But like I said, it could quite easily go either way. And yeah, like you said, it could potentially be the first time you beat us in 3 consecutive home games for us since, what was the year? Like 50 years ago or something.
Yeah, 1948.
I know
my stats was.
I think Watkins and Ashley Young will score for Villa, and we'll get the 3 points, and we will be the pride of the Midlands. Yeah.
For me, boys, obviously I try and stay optimistic and predict some Leicester wins, but with my head on today, I'm going to go with a draw. Are Leicester going to keep a clean sheet, boys? No chance of that happening. So we're going to go 2-2 once again. We do love a cheeky 2-2 this season. I think goal scorer wise, Vardy will score, hands up at the hole again. Harry will be getting angry, and then we'll go Maddison to score. And then for Villa, we'll go with Watkins, and then a standard Mings or Consta goal from a corner, because that is what Leicester like to do. But yeah, boys, that's what score predictions. Harry's pretty confident. I'm not so confident, but I think, you know, you would take a point, wouldn't you? But yeah, it's definitely winnable for us though. We'll see what happens.
I think it is for both teams, to be fair, but like I said, I think me and you would both take a point from this.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, boys, that is it for today's video. The Aston Villa versus Leicester match preview, the big one on the channel. Of course, we'll do this again for the game of the King Power in like April time. But yeah, big thanks to Harry for coming on the channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel. There'll be a link to his channel in the first line of the description, and also the match preview we did on his channel. So yeah, feel free to watch that after this one as well. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, let us know by dropping a like, subscribe as well to the channel. If you have not already, me and Harry are both on the road to 2,500 subscribers to get us there. Ideally me first, but we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow night for the match. Tomorrow night for the match reaction. Go and watch Harry's vlog as well if Leicester do win, if he actually posts it. But yeah, I'm a SPORTSA. Actually, no, forget about that. Any last words, Harry?
Yeah, like Josh said, you know, we're both on the road to 2.5k, so subscribe to both of us. Ideally subscribe to Josh before you subscribe to me, because he needs subscribers a bit more than me, because I am, you know, I've overtook him basically. And yeah, I'm just up for Villa. We're going to win tomorrow, and yeah, that's all I've got to say really.
There we go. Right, that's it, boys. I'm in SPORTSA, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Peace, guys.